I guess some things never change, and them underestimating me until the very end is always one of them. You see, if you've heard of me before, you've probably heard some of my other stories. I've lived a lot of lives, lived a lot of stories, lived a lot of lies. Stories and stories and stories, lies and lies and lies. Even though each story is unique, each person their own, each location separate from any other, some stories do have similarities. I mean, they're bound to, right? Considering I am at my core the same person. You'd think after years and years of living, people would somehow know not to underestimate me. Newsflash, people don't. But I did learn. Learn to see through lies, break away false fronts, stay back and listen before diving in. You thought our story started when we first made eye contact. But it really started way earlier. Before the first conversation, before the friendship, before your betrayal, before mine. It started when I first saw your shadow slinking in the night, when I first heard whispers of your plan. You didn't even know your plan was whispered along the darkness, but people seldom do, placing absolute trust into those they turn to for help. I presented myself to you that day, making eye contact, introducing myself, starting our companionship. You thought I had just conveniently presented myself to you at just the right time. Right place, right time for you to use me. You thought I was none the wiser to your planning, to your scheming. But I knew your plan. You didn't know I knew, but I knew. More importantly, you didn't know my plan. I guess there was a lot you didn't know, and a whole lot I did. But I played my part. In all these stories, I played my part. That's all we ever do. Play a part. Stories and stories and stories. All we do is play the part we're expected. Act. Lie. Stories and stories and stories. All of them. But I just acted along with your plan. Like I had never known it in the first place. Then, when you tried to stab me in the back, I was more than ready. I knew this part of the plan. I knew the whole plan. The plan which involved a devoted friend. A devoted friend I was more than willing to play. And play was all I did. All I did was play. Play with your plan, molding it to my own, reshaping it to give me victories, changing it to be in my favor. All I did was play. Play with your thoughts, convince you I had shown up by chance, tricking you into believing I was a devoted friend, lying to you like you lied to me. All I did was play with everything you thought you had control over, like a spider playing with their future food, trapping you in a web too difficult to see until it was too late. And I was ready with my own plan. This whole time, while you thought you were molding me to your plan, I was busy formulating my own. I based my plan on the basis of your plan, just without, well, you winning, I guess. With me ending not victorious necessarily, just not me being sacrificed for your plan. And even though our story ended with both you and I going up in flames, I would gladly relive it all, just to watch the flicker of disbelief in your eye as you realized I was the one that set our world aflame. I was the one who struck the first match and fed the fire. I might not have been the victor in the general sense, but when you saw my betrayal, when I saw your eyes widen in shock, when I heard your cry of disbelief, I knew I had won. I guess some things never change, and them underestimating me until the very end is always one of them.